Hi, my name is Jake Belcher. So my first question I decided to do was describe an interaction with someone different from you in terms of race, religion, sexuality, etc., that you felt was awkward, uncomfortable, or just off. So the one I chose to do was I wanted to be a babysitter for one of my first jobs out of during high school. So I applied to a babysitting company in Peoria called College Nanny Sitters and Tutors, and I applied and I got the job there. Well, not the job, the interview. Got the interview with them. So I walked in, sat down, and then as soon as I got there, I realized that I was the only male applicant there. So that threw me off a little bit at first. And then we kept asking questions, kept going, and interview was all fine, but it ended up being like a group interview, multiple people. Then so I eventually I was like, I was the odd one out, and a couple of the people were just like looking at me like, why would a guy want to be a babysitter? I didn't really realize that it was weird. But then I think it made me feel weird because I didn't realize like the majority of people are babysitters are women. So I think that was a situation that was a little uncomfortable for me. The second one I chose to do was what is a work or school compliment that you received that has changed your life or at least was positive or memorable? Tell us about it, who said it, and why you're different now because of it. So the compliment I chose was due from work. I used to work at a restaurant called Public House in Peoria Heights. It's a bar. And so it was always filled with customers. I'd work every Friday night. So I'd one of the busier shifts. And every Friday night, an older couple would come in, order whatever the special was that night. Super nice people. I'd love seeing them every day when they came in, or every Friday. And eventually through the night, they kept talking. I kept stopping talking to them. And at the end of the night, they pulled me aside and they told me how like nice of a worker, how well I am at making connections and like building relationships with people like that. And I think it really like stuck with me. And it made me think, oh, like maybe I could use if someone else is recognizing this skill, maybe it could be something I could make a career out of and go farther with. So I think that made me think of a different career path and really helped me. And the next one I chose was here. What is a work or a school insult that changed your life? So kind of the opposite of the last one. So mine I chose to do was a school insult from high school. I was in a Composition 2 class and it was a dual credit for ICC. And in the classes and normally in any classes the school allowed you to wear headphones or as long as you were paying attention and being active in the conversation, you're allowed to listen to headphones. So me being a person who gets very distracted easily, decided I've always had headphones in, helped me listen better, helped me pay attention better. So in Comp 2, after a week or two being in the class, I had a earbud in, paying attention, and she called me out in front of everyone, saying that it was very rude and I wasn't paying attention to her class, and like didn't make fun of me, but it definitely was an insult to me, even though I did have a good grade in the class at the time. And I think that really, after learning more from this chapter too, like this class, I think it realized now like it's a nonverbal communication that even though it was allowed and like I thought it was okay, in certain situations, some people want your full attention, or at least like to see that you have your full attention towards them. So I think that's one spot that really changed how I like presented myself and how I acted around other people. And so another one I wanted to do was my best boss or teachers because they were very helpful and influential to me. So the best boss I had was at the same bar called Public House, and she was probably one of the best people I've ever met. Super nice, always be looking out for you. Whatever, if you need a shift cover, she'd be there. If you're having a bad day, she'd help you out. Always the nice customers. One of the main reasons is people coming back every day and day. So that was really nice, and I just know how helpful she was to everyone. Helpful to me as like a high school employee. And then the best teacher was pretty similar to the manager of my store, but he was a biology teacher from my high school, and just every day he'd come in and be how happy he was to see everyone. He'd basically be your friend. He'd always help you out if you were having a rough morning, help you out with food. He'd sometimes let you take a nap even though you weren't supposed to, stuff like that. I think it just really helped me see like all teachers aren't bad, and really like showed how like much more you could like school if people are like that. And I'll do one more. And so some of the business I enjoy going to. Some of my favorite businesses are small businesses. Like there's one in Peoria called Relics, and then Ribbon Records are two like antique thrift store stuff like that. And I think what makes me really enjoy going in those stores is because how just like how much you can tell the person cares for that store and loves it instead of like a big corporation, big business like that. They really care about the business they're in. And then the opposite, the ones I hate are like big like Walmart stuff like that, because you can just even the workers and the managers, you can just tell they don't want to be there. Like no, even like no one wants to be at a Walmart. You really want to be where somewhere you know someone cares about what they're doing. And those are my answers. Thank you very much.